pot zice că în sfârșit a sosit momentul ăsta când mă apuc de Hogwarts Legacy. Extraordinar. Totuși, cred că o să trească să-mi fac caracterul din nou. Că nu s-o salvat pentru că n-am dat play și tot felul. Da, l-am plănuit. Da? Aceasta este scrisoarea pe care o puteți vedea și din thumbnail. Dacă vreți, nu știu, puneți pauză, citiți-o. Eu am citit-o deja. Și am aici de lucru. Am început un live stream. Da. Și eu trebuie să stau să-mi refac caracterul. Nu știu exact cât o să dureze, dar... nu cred că o să stau enorm de mult. Mai găsesc oare freza aia sau nu mai găsesc? Aha. Culoarea era diferită oare? Cred că asta era... Abia aștept să încep povestea. Nu știu ce mă așteaptă. Dar știu sigur că vreau să ajung la Hogwarts pe acest live.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Bun, cred că am terminat. Nici nu a durat mult. Avem și nume. Faza este că nu știu exact în ce casă o să ajung, pentru că aveam posibilitatea să fac testul de pe Pottermore și să mă conectez cu contul și primeam ceva chestii pe joc. Și când am refăcut practic testul de acolo, pe un cont nou, am ajuns în Slytherin și îmi cam doream să fiu un Hufflepuff în acest joc. Vedem ce o să se întâmple. Ce mult ai stat, știu, am stat enorm de mult. Cred că v-ați plictisit până când am pus toate astea. Dar aș vrea să le verific, să mă asigur că da, am pus ce era înainte. Și te iei de personajele mele. Mai, tu ai văzut mai de mult cum intenționez să fac acest caracter. Așa că nu e o surpriză pentru tine. Și până la urmă e important să-mi placă mie, nu ție. Așa cum și personajele tale, caracterele din jocurile pe care le-ai început recent, trebuie să-ți placă ție. Pentru că tu joci cu ele, nu eu. Da, cred că totul e gata. Măi, Claudiu, uite o fază. Deci Hufflepuff nu a fost atât de menționat. Dar am înțeles că au un loc superb. Că știi că fiecare casă are locul ei, practic, da? Și a lor e undeva aproape de bucătărie, dacă nu mă înșel, și au un sistem defensiv mult mai wow decât celelalte. Că știi că era doamna din tablou acolo pentru cei din Gryffindor, de exemplu, și ei pur și simplu era o parolă și se schimba parola odată la nu știu cât timp, dar la ăștia de la Hufflepuff am înțeles că ai niște butoaie și ai un fel de cod, știi, bați butoaiele respective într-o anumită ordine și dacă nu le bați corect, păcat de tine. Nu mai știu exact ce se întâmpla, dar ceva s-a întâmplat. Voiam să întreb de unde dau start. Gata. Cu bagheta în mână deja.
It appears we are almost ready to depart. It's a pity we didn't have a bit more time to spend on spellcasting. I presume you've been practicing the spells we worked on.
I have, Professor.
Well, I'm quite sure I've never seen anyone take so quickly to a second-hand wand. You'll be a force to be reckoned with when you get your own.
Thank you, Professor Fig. I appreciate you working with me before term
Ăsta cine-i?
Oh, Eleazar!
George, glad my rather cryptic description of our location did not thwart your finding us.
I've apparated to more vaguely defined destinations than this. Though I confess I may have miscalculated slightly on my first try. Gave quite the fright to some theatergoers in the West End.
It's been much too long. When I received your owl, I must say I...
Best not speak here, Eleazar.
Of course. Why don't we speak en route to Hogwarts? We have a start-of-term feast and a sorting ceremony to get to.
Wonderful idea! As long as your young charge here doesn't mind me tagging along.
Not at all, sir.
After you.
Ages since I'd been to the castle. Would be good to see the
Nu știu cum să pun pauză. Nu știu cum se aude. Cum aud eu. Ce moment!
Glad I caught you before you left for Scotland.
Just barely.
And who is your traveling companion?
A new student.
New?
Yes, sir. I'm starting school as a 5th year.
How extraordinary.
It is indeed. None of the faculty has ever heard of anyone being admitted to Hogwarts so late.
Nor have I.
Of course, as the other 5th years will have been honing their magical skills for 4 years now, the headmaster asked if I could get our new student up to speed a bit before the term begins.
Well, you couldn't have asked for a better mentor. Professor Fig is not only an exceptional teacher, he's also a remarkably intuitive and gifted wizard.
Mr. Osric is prone to flattery. I dare say it's one of the reasons he's risen so far at the ministry.
Have you seen this?
I have. Opinions differ as to how great a threat Ranrock really is.
Although I've yet to convince my colleagues at the ministry, I believe he is a significant threat. And it was your wife, Eleazar, who alerted me to his activities months ago.
Miriam? How?
She wrote to me about Ranrock before she died, wondering what the ministry knew about his activities. Before I could respond, I received this. It was the last thing she sent me, Eleazar. It came to me via her owl, but with no correspondence. I can only assume
That she had to get rid of it quickly, to keep it safe.
presumably from Ranrock. I cannot open it. Whatever magic protects this is powerful indeed.
It looks like goblin metal. That symbol.
What's the glow?
I don't see a glow.
Nor do I. Merlin's beard. How did you...
Wait! We do...
Hang on!
Nu mă așteptam să văd un dragon atât de rapid.
The key! Give me your hand!
Cum de nu trebuie să menționeze și ce vrea să-i aducă vraja? Au zis numai Akio.
Are you all right? You're hurt.
Perhaps a bit.
Take this. It's Wiggenweld potion. That stuff will right you in a second.
What happened?
Poor George. I can't believe he... What the hell got into that damn thing? Attacking a carriage mid-air? A typical dragon would never...
Professor? Sir, where are we?
I'm not sure. But that key you discovered was clearly a port key.
Port key?
An item enchanted to bring whoever touches it to a specific place.
I'm feeling better, sir. If you'd like to look around a bit.
I would. But stay close.
Vreau să văd cum se aude live-ul,
Or why.
așa că stați o țără. Spre marea mea încântare se aude extraordinar. Deci am fost practic teleportați aici. Nu știu exact de ce. Ai mascul albastru că am chestia aia pusă din setări încât să știu care mi-s aliați și care mi-s dușmani. Wow!
How far did that port key take us?
Farther from London than the carriage travelled. We're somewhere in the Scottish Highlands.
Sir, those ruins. Do you
The
think...
port key was meant to lead us there. I do. This has not been the day either of us expected. But Miriam sent that port key to George for a reason. And I believe that she, and now George, died in pursuit of whatever it was meant to lead to. If you're sure you're all right and wouldn't mind indulging me, I'd like to have a look around.
Absolutely, sir.
Good. Let's see if we can find a path, however faded it may be.
Abia aștept să văd cum ajungem pe partea cealaltă.
Mind your step.
Where do you suppose your wife got the port key that brought us here?
A good question. Miriam spent years searching for evidence of a long-forgotten form of ancient magic.
Ancient magic?
Yes, a powerful magic wielded by a rare few that seems to have been lost to time.
Ia să văd dacă pot să modific chestia aia. Deși nu știu exact de unde o puteam vedea. Aia e faza. Că arătau astea diferit. Cred că pe aici. Da. Am găsit totul bine. Ca să nu arate ciudat că
Hogwarts
văd cu
Castle was
albastru și
built
roșu pe
by
aici.
and is itself a stronghold of that ancient magic. I don't know where
Ce
she
acolo?
came into possession of the portkey, but I am certain it was to do with that search. Ah, there's the path down below. This way.
Deci oricum trebuia să venim pe aici.
Why was your wife searching for evidence of lost magic?
Miriam wanted to understand why such powerful magic disappeared from the wizarding world. Spoke of the good it could do. But magic is no different than any power. What really matters is the one who wields it.
Ce soție fantastică a avut omul
Is
ăsta.
that ice?
It's not cold enough here. It appears to be a sort of enchantment. Someone wanted to block this path. Let's see some of that wand work you were practicing. Focus on the center.
Care era vraja pentru asta? Nu cred că îmi aduc aminte.
Excellent!
Aoleu.
That was
Până
a
acum îmi
bit
place
rougher than I
tutorialul
expected.
și începutul de poveste. Eu mă așteptam să topim ața aia, deci mă gândeam la o vrajă în stilul ăla. Nu știu exact ce vrajă e asta.
Up there.
Thank you, sir.
Am găsit a meu să
We're
fie.
close now. It's just ahead. Steady yourself. Reparo!
Nu știam că încă sunt rămășițele aici. Ok. O salut, Elfie. Scuze de întârziere, mă jucam Roblox timp de 11 ore. Ok. Scuze că ți-am răspuns eu târziu, dar nu mi s-a actualizat chat-ul, plus că e delay mai mare pe live. Așa că bucurați-vă de poveste.
Why would someone have built this here?
I suspect they valued their privacy. That portkey led us here for a reason. Let's have a look around for anything that seems out of place.
Dar mai repede nu știe să meargă.
Professor, this statue.
This may have been his home.
That enchanted crystallized stone again. But what could it be blocking? What's this? Professor Fig!
Nu știu cât de bine o să fie dacă intrăm aici, dar vreau să știu ce ne așteaptă.
How odd. Why would someone have conjured that enchanted stone here?
And how is there a room behind it?
What room? I don't see anything.
There's that glow again, Like the glow on the portkey container.
What in Merlin's name? Godric's heart.
Where are we?
I don't believe it.
Nu știam eu ce să aud, e mormăind așa. Ce bine dorme.
Hello?
Dar ce caut aici?
It can't be. Just a moment. Ooh.
Am uitat ce unghii lungi au.
Welcome to Gringotts Wizarding Bank.
Serios?
Vault number 12, I presume. Precisely. The key?
Your wife's portkey.
Oh, yes, of course. This way, then.
Abia aștept să văd ce se află în safe.
Stay close. After you.
Foarte bine, foarte bine. Uite așa, încă mă grăbesc.
Keep your hands inside the cart if you don't wish to lose them.
How many vaults are there in Gringotts?
Hundreds. In fact, you'll see quite a few on our way to vault number 12. As we speak, we're just beneath the main lobby. The vaults you see now are the newest.
Are private entrances to the bank common at Gringotts?
They are most uncommon. Only one with great wealth or power, or both, could have arranged for such a service. You'll want to take a breath.
A what? That waterfall washes away all enchantments. It's a security measure.
Experienced the thief's downfall before, have you?
Heard of it?
These are the lower vaults that we're passing now.
How deep are we going?
Vault number 12 was commissioned shortly after Gringotts was founded over 4 centuries ago. It resides in the deepest part of the bank. Settle in. We've quite a distance to go.
Vault number?
Vault 12. Momentous day.
On your way.
Professor, the armband that guard was wearing was glowing.
Like the glow you saw on the portkey container?
No, darker. I saw that same glow on the dragon's collar.
Yeah, what was that? We were just wondering about that goblin back there.
He watches over the oldest section of the bank. Rare anyone goes there anymore.
Here we are. When was the last time this vault was accessed?
A goblin has been stationed at my desk for hundreds of years. In that time, no one has visited Vault 12 until today. Vault 12.
Thank you for your help.
What do you suppose we should be looking for?
I'm not sure. Sir, I wonder if you
The
might...
instructions for Vault 12 indicate that I am to grant access to the holder of the key and then close the door.
Wait!
Best of luck.
Și după aia ne mai și deschide
That was
ușa sau...
certainly unexpected. Let me think. There must be something here. Revelio, perhaps.
Revelio?
Yes, a revealing charm. No time like the present. Let's see what we're missing, shall we? Ready your wand and focus.
Am făcut prima vrajă.
Revelio. There, I saw something.
Move a bit closer and try again.
Ioi. O să încerc.
A door.
Well, that's a start. There's that symbol again. I don't suppose you see a way to...
I do, Professor. That symbol has the same glow as the one I saw in the portkey container.
If what you can see reveals the way forward, then I dare say we are about to discover the secret of this vault. Lead the way.
Revelio.
Lumos! This is no ordinary vault. I suspect we will need to earn our way out of here.
What do you mean, earn our way out? Do you think this is some sort of test?
I do. But to what end, I can't say. Stay close. There will be no disapparating if things go poorly. Not out of Gringotts.
Nu mă gândesc că încă nici măcar nu am fost să iau o baghetă. Baghetă proprie. N-am apucat, că s-au întâmplat toate astea.
I see something up ahead.
What is it?
O
A
lumină.
glow again, but on the floor.
Oare de ce vedem luminile astea?
What happened?
When I moved towards the glow, it suddenly seemed as if the ground was swirling about.
Are you all right?
Yes, sir, I'm fine.
You seem to have caused the floor to change.
That statue.
What statue?
I see some sort of statue, but only as a reflection in the floor.
Așa, Nosti, mi se pare că numai personajul principal vede astea și toți numai se întreabă, dar ce? Eu nu văd nimic.
Revelio.
I presume this is what you saw reflected in the floor.
Exact,
It
dar
is.
de ce e în
The
oglindă?
reflection's still there, but the statue's positions don't match. Wait, when you moved, the reflection turned in the direction of the light.
Perhaps you should cast Lumos.
O vrajă nouă. Bun. Sunt pregătită.
Lumos.
Well done.
Now the reflection is turning towards me. It does follow the light.
Sper să nu ne atace. O să ne atace. Mai mult ca sigur. Cum mai fac din nou vraja aia? Ai meu.
Stay close!
Professor? Professor Fig? Professor, where are you? This isn't good. Where am I supposed to go? What's happening? The
Măcar m-am descurcat într-un final. Trebuia să mă sincronizez cu scutul ăla, practic.
That glow again.
Ah, super, din nou o statuie. Deci prima dată făceam așa.
I suppose I'm on my own this time.
Și acum făceam așa. Și Daddy nu mă atacă. Cum îi țin pe amândoi sus? Ah, sunt 3 de fapt.
I need to align these statues with their reflections. It seems I have no choice. I'm going to have to fight my way out of here. Stupefy!
De ce n-au atacat înapoi?
Stupefy!
Trebuia să-mi spună că trebuie și să-i atac. Că data trecută mai mult nu mă apăram de ei. Adică trebuie să țin apăsat. Gata, am înțeles. Putea să-mi zică mai repede.
close.
Nu prea cred că este ușa către ieșire. Vedem cine așteaptă pe partea cealaltă. Asta căutam noi.
There you are. How did you... What is this place?
I don't know. But I found this floating above that basin.
That is no mere basin. That is a pensive for viewing memories.
Ok, și a cui o să le vedem?
I wonder,
A cui amintiri? Ne băgăm capul în
follow my lead.
apă. Tu ești ăla cu statuia. Cred, cel puțin seamănă.
All is in place.
The portkey is well hidden.
Perhaps too well. I wonder if the path we've created...
May be impossible to follow. It will only be impossible for one who cannot see traces of ancient magic as I can.
Your ability to see what others cannot will not be enough, Percival. We are entrusting the one who embarks on this path with powerful secrets, with knowledge others will do anything to obtain.
Yes, and if we are correct, Charles, the witch or wizard who completes the trials will have proven themselves worthy of that knowledge, and the responsibility that accompanies it.
We've done all that we can.
That's what you're seeing. The glow that surrounded them.
Yes, sir.
Astonishing.
Can I see magic?
Traces of an ancient magic, to be precise. The magic that Miriam had always believed existed, but could never. Miriam, and perhaps George, died in pursuit of knowledge that has been dormant for centuries. And you, it seems, are the key to understanding why. We were...
It all looks rather different than it did a moment ago.
Someone's coming.
Who were they?
I don't know. But, sir, you shouldn't be in there.
I was right.
Ranrock.
Ai, cel din seară.
Seems my reputation precedes me. I was beginning to think no one was ever going to visit Rackham's Vault.
And why are you here?
No need for that. Just give me whatever it is you found here and we can let bygones be bygones.
Sir, they have the key to the vault.
Choose your next words wisely.
I only meant that the instructions to Vault 12 were quite clear. Sir, I must insist. I was to grant access only to one with the key, and you didn't have it.
I have no patience for traitors. Now, where were we?
I'm not giving you
E mort sau inconștient?
Well, perhaps your young friend here will be more helpful.
Vreau să știu cum o să plecăm de aici. Cu cine o să trească asta să se lupte? Baftă. Baftă că ai nevoie. Acum e timpul să plecăm. E timp. Putem. Puțin cam la limită. Dacă pățea ceva și profesorul era nasol.
Are you all right?
Da.
I've never seen so powerful a goblin. He seemed wholly unaffected by my magic.
Where are we?
It can't be.
Unde
It seems
suntem?
those who set up the pensive, the locket, and the path to both wanted someone with your ability to end up here.
Aici fiind...
We have a sorting ceremony to get to.
Dar cred că o să ajung în Slytherin. Suntem în pădurea... nu. Cred că suntem în pădurea interzisă. Dar am ajuns fix la gară, practic. Vai frumos castel. Superb. E ce drăguț arată aici în dreapta, cum se încarcă. Ce drăguț. Toată lumea acolo la masă și numai dăm buzna.
Oh, good. We haven't missed the sorting ceremony.
Bun.
I'm no
Numai eu o să
expert,
fiu
but
acolo printre prichindeii din
that
primul
seems
an.
more appropriate. Now, I need to study this locket as soon as I can, but first I must contact the ministry. They need to know what happened to George and be warned of Ranrock. For the moment, I ask that you keep all that's happened this evening between you and me.
Of course, sir.
Thank you. Ready for the sorting ceremony?
Da. Da, deși cred că o să ajung în Slytherin.
Phineas, Nigellus, Black. Prepare yourself to meet the headmaster.
Fig, nice of you to join us. The sorting ceremony's over.
There were complications.
Complications?
It seems the goblin problem has...
Enough. Goblins. I've no time for rumors, Fig, and I'm rapidly losing whatever patience I had left. If you're lucky, we might still be able to get you sorted this evening.
I'll be in touch.
Professor Weasley, we've one more to be sorted.
Welcome. You're just in time. Have a
Mă
seat.
lase să-mi aleg casa. Să mă lase. Vreau un Hufflepuff.
Ah, yes. A bit older than the others, aren't you?
Mhm.
You come here with preferences and preconceptions. Certain expectations.
O, deci mă lasă să selectez de aici chestii. Ia să vedem. Să mă gândesc ce răspunde un Hufflepuff. Na.
I'm looking forward to exploring Hogwarts and the world beyond the castle and grounds.
Indeed. Much can be gleaned by having an adventurous spirit, but your professors have a great deal to teach you as well. Interesting. You've recently learned that you possess a rare ability. I detect a growing sense of ambition, an eagerness for power. Perhaps you belong in Slytherin.
Mai gândește-te, te rog. Nu! Nu! A, de fapt mă lasă să aleg altă casă. Nu contează. Nu vreau să fiu acolo în beci. Vreau să văd și eu cum e prin Hufflepuff, că nu prea a fost prezentată casa asta în filme, de exemplu. Și în cărți prea puțin. Deci, o să-mi aleg casa.
And your loyalty to a friend delayed your arrival here this evening.
Gata.
Better be Hufflepuff!
Superb. Nu e cel mai frumos galben, dar...
Oh, and one more thing. Due to the unfortunate injury on the pitch in last spring's final, this year's Quidditch season has been cancelled.
Nu. Facem noi cumva.
Enough. It's not as though I've banned flying altogether, but don't tempt me. You are here to focus on your academic futures. I'm sure you will have plenty to do before classes begin tomorrow. I said, I'm sure you all have plenty to
Nu
do
trebuia să te
before classes
repeți.
begin
Ce-am
tomorrow.
auzit. Avea să și plecăm. Ce urât.
Quite an entrance. It's lovely to meet you. I'm...
Professor Weasley, would you be so kind as to show our new student to their common room?
Eu asta abia așteptam să văd. Abia
As I was
aștept.
saying, I'm Professor Weasley. Pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well, Professor.
As Deputy Headmistress, it is my distinct honor to show you to your common room. Right this way.
Dacă am reținut bine, în funcție de casa în care ești, ai și alți
It's quite
prieteni.
uncommon for a student to begin as a fifth year. Might be a bit of work, but I'm sure that's never stopped you before.
It hasn't, Professor.
Now, here we are at the entrance to the Hufflepuff common room.
Bun, care-i ordinea,
This is the
codul?
entrance.
Indeed. I will explain what to do, but I hesitate to do it myself as one errant knock leads to being doused in vinegar. Most unpleasant. You must tap the barrel, 2 from the bottom, middle of the second row, in the rhythm of Helga Hufflepuff. Well done. Now go on in and get some sleep. You have a big day ahead of you tomorrow. I shall be back in the morning to collect you for your first class.
Oare ce avem ca prima oră mâine?
I hope you enjoy your first night at
Ce
Hogwarts.
facem prima și prima dată? Ce învățăm? S-o și făcut dimineața și n-am văzut mare lucru din încăperea comună. Vedem acum, nu-i problema. Unde-ni-s bagajele? Întoarce-te.
Better head to the common room.
O să putem face rost și de un animal. Deci fac numai o singură chestie. Mă așteptam să facă mai multă. Nu știam cum se deschide ușa. Bun. Arată foarte frumos aici, trebuie să recunosc. Ăștia vorbesc despre mine deja. Pe care am auzit dând din gură. O pisicuță, vai drăguțai. Cum șușotesc, mă, despre mine. Ia să coborâm și noi. O, și pe o parte și pe cealaltă. No, Claudiu, așa că e foarte frumos aici. Oare putem lua și prăjiturile?
I suppose some introductions are in order.
Mă servesc din tot ce prind. Aoleu, ce nume au. De aici trebuie eu să mă prezint. Credeam că o să vină ei să vorbească cu mine.
Oh, hello. She's awfully regal, isn't she? Is that your owl? I don't know who she is. Likely one of the Hufflepuffs around here. Owls choose their own company anyway. Wait. You're the new 5th year. Quite the dramatic entrance you made. Can't imagine wanting to call attention to yourself, especially since everyone will be watching to see how much you already know. I am a bit concerned. I have a lot of catching up to do. Indeed. 4 years of schoolwork is a bit... Being that far behind, I'd feel so... inadequate. Of course, presumably, as a hard-working Hufflepuff, you'll prove yourself in no time. I'm hard-working too, as you might suspect. But sometimes I think I should have been a Ravenclaw. I've rather a searing wit. At least people have always told me so. I'm Lenora, by the way. Lenora Everly. Well, mustn't keep you. You've such a lot to do.
Încerc să mă hotărăsc dacă vreau să mai vorbesc cu ea sau nu. Na, hai să te auzim.
Do you really think you should have been in Ravenclaw? Well, my brothers were. They both work in the ministry now. I suppose you could say that wit runs in the family. My aunt was a Gryffindor, though, and I've always had plenty in common with her. Determination, valor, daring. The old sorting hat was spoiled for choice with me.
Asta a fost tot? Un dialog în plus? Ok, mă bucur că te-am cunoscut, întâlnit. Oh, bună! Încă două persoane?
You don't need to be frightened, little cat.
I can't quite reach.
Come on, you went that way.
Hope they can catch him. Big castle for a student to get lost in, let alone a cat. I'm sure you'll find your way all right. I mean, it can be a bit overwhelming at first. I still get lost sometimes. Welcome to Hufflepuff, by the way. Really glad to have you in our house. I'm Arthur.
Thank you. Nice to meet you. Was that your cat?
No.
No, one of the first years, I think. Don't have any pets of my own, unfortunately. My mother doesn't think too highly of them, especially magical ones.
I'm sorry to hear that. I think magical beasts are rather incredible.
Best thing about coming to Hogwarts. Nifflers, glumbumbles, bowtruckles. I thought they were only pictures in books before. Well, Dad did bring home a puffskein once. Mum was furious. Anyway, I better go make sure the first years caught that cat. Don't want them to be late on their first day.
Have you ever had a pet, Arthur?
No. My mother's a muggle, and as soon as the puffskein that my dad brought home stuck its tongue up her nose, it went right back to the shop.
Nice meeting you, Arthur. And good luck finding that cat.
Thank you. Try not to get lost in the castle yourself.
Adică sper că nu mă pierde. Da, la cum se mișcă scările. Ești ăsta un mod de a căuta o pisică? Vai. No, bun, și? Ce grijă ai tu?
Oh, Uncle, this doesn't sound like you. Something's wrong. Oh, hello there. You're the new Hufflepuff, yes? I'm Adelaide. Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Is everything all right?
Oh, yes. I'm just a bit distracted. Letter from my uncle. So tell me, I've been hearing all sorts of rumors. Were you really nearly gobbled up by a dragon?
If you don't mind, I'd prefer to just forget about it.
Aici
It must have
sună
been bad.
caracterul atât de
I mean,
robotizat.
of course it was. I
Zici
know
că
I would have been
Android.
terrified. Sorry. Well, anyway, I imagine you have lots to do. I hope you have a wonderful first day.
Are you sure everything is all right with your uncle?
Oh, yes. He travels for work, always busy. I'm sure he just wrote it in a rush. Nothing to worry about.
Thank you, Adelaide. Be seeing you.
Of course. And good luck.
Is the new Hufflepuff out of bed yet? Professor Weasley's waiting for them outside the common room.
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
Desigur că da.
For a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a fifth year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
Anul ăsta era cu examenele astea.
Your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success. Here you are.
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a fifth year.
Ah, ce
You'd
fain.
be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Așa o să și fac. Mulți am.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test. This way.
De ce stau mereu cu bagheta în mână?
The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore. I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student. Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings. Do keep up.
Vreau să văd dacă nu e cumva vreun chest prin zona. Ioi mă, dar rapid mai mere. Așteptați-mă!
Simply cast Revelio on it, and we'll see what the guide says.
Revelio.
Ah, ok, gata.
Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle.
Lumos.
Nu, pe asta nu, notat-o.
Ah, good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
Mă, dar deși e tot din chestia asta, nu pot. Eu vreau să mai văd ce se afla. Aleluia.
And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall. You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall.
Arată diferit.
Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive. Our King's Cross station, so to speak.
I prefer to study in the library.
That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
What will I learn in Charms class?
Exactly what you might expect. Spells, charms, jinxes, all terribly useful. I think you will enjoy Professor Ronan. He's a clever and entertaining wizard, and a talented teacher.
Can you tell me more about the Defense Against the Dark Arts class?
Defense Against the Dark Arts, as the name implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of Defense Against the Dark Arts is required for those who aspire to become Aurors. Fortunately, we are lucky to have the ever-gifted Professor Hecat in charge of our students' education in that regard.
You mentioned Hogsmeade, Professor.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain, and is home to an array of shops and pubs. You should be able to find all of the school supplies you require in Hogsmeade. You will also, I imagine, enjoy many a butterbeer there with friends in due course.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
I'm sorry, Professor, but I'm afraid that's all there is to it.
Almost precisely what Professor Fig said. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Eu abia aștept să mă duc la prima oră. Să văd ce e acolo.
And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you masterfully evade Professor Weasley's interrogation regarding our late arrival?
I did my best, but I'm fairly certain she suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
Unde să mă duc prima dată?
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the
Cred că o
magic
să mă
you are able
opresc
to
de
master
îndată
within
ce-mi
these
capăt
walls.
bagheta.
Afraid of a staircase?
S-a și dus. Îl știți numai din cărți, dacă îl știți. Eu oare mă pot teleporta direct sau trebuie să umblu până acolo? Am așa axa pe povestea principală. Da, trebuie să merg. Să mergem atunci. Nici are căciulă. Eu n-am căciulă. Dacă voi rata chesturi, asta este. Oricum o să stau să explorez mai în detaliu totul. Dar probabil o să fac asta după ce termin cu povestea principală. Ești live doar de o oră, cum adică te oprești? Păi, dați seama că trebuie să particip la 2 ore, apoi să și vorbesc cu doamna Weasley și numai apoi să mergem să-mi iau o baghetă și mai toate cele. Deci cred că o să mai dureze ceva și nu știu dacă vreți să mai vedeți chestii după. Ăla ar fi un punct bun. Dacă nu, atunci o să mai joc, desigur, că așa cu un drag aș sta.
We had a ghoul in our attic. Groaned all the time. Quite the nuisance. Still,
Some of
we
us
never
don't
had spiders.
necessarily want him to get back
And
to
how
the
is the
lesson.
drawer a thestral? How was I to know you don't draw it next to a dead body?
Ce era vorba că ne învață?
Here,
Cred că Achio ne
behind
învață.
you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student.
Nu,
Have you met
nu
Professor
l-am
Rowan
întâlnit.
yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone?
Sper că nu mă pune pe mine.
I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another.
Bună
Do you
glumă.
even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Accio.
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me!
N-ai cum să te plictisești. Nu ca așa niște personaje. Ne-au scos la aer în natură.
I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off? Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last possible moment. Now, think of this like gobstone. Excellent control there. Don't lose your composure. Splendid! Very good.
Suficient de bine.
Very good. Points to Hufflepuff.
Oh.
But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up.
Deja și văd că le pune pătătea.
You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Pot începe? Asta acum e... mi-ar veni că e rândul ei. Da. Așa foarte lejer, 50 de puncte. Fantastic. Dar eu pot să-i dărâm mingea dacă vreau.
Do not think I will start going easy on you now.
Excellent.
Watch this.
Să nu fie 50. Să nu fie 50. Se putea.
Well done.
Mersi. Să nu cadă a mea.
That is how it's done.
3 din 3 perfecte le-au adus aici. Nu! Așa, încă puțin.
A perfect score. Remarkable.
Cam la limită puțin. Cred că o să ne înțelegem.
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
Ia. Dacă pune și obstacole, se putea.
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Here we go.
There we go. Here, I know everyone is watching, but try not to be nervous. You are doing quite well.
No.
That's it.
No.
Nicely done. Watch this. That is how it's done.
Very good.
M-a fost distractiv.
Very good, both of you. Well done.
Gata ora? Sau...
Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Good game back there. I must admit, I think I underestimated you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Wagadu just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Wagadu uses one.
Serios? Că e mult mai greu să folosești magia fără baghetă.
You can cast spells without a wand.
Oh, yes. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
Is Wagadu much bigger than Hogwarts?
Wagadu School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes, bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed intimidating or overwhelming to me. It always felt like home.
Is Wagadu a castle like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist was so thick I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me, this enormous school that seemed to be floating in midair.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Wagadu, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting.
Chiar vrea.
Next time.
Ce dorește să ne spună?
A word, if you would. If you're so inclined.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to
Cu
expectations.
siguranță, da.
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? You did well, managing to best as gifted a student as Miss Onai.
Thank you, Professor. I enjoyed the match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
Bine.
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you? Hello. You wanted to speak to me.
Samantha Dale. I've been eager to meet you. You're the student everyone's been whispering about. Hope your first day's going well. You certainly seem to hold your own in charms.
I've been fortunate. Beginner's luck. My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again, he tends to be overconfident in his. Well, better see to my charms homework. I'm afraid I can't count on beginner's luck to impress Professor Ronan.
O discuție scurtă și binevenită. Eu văd aici simboluri cu chest, dar unde sunt chesturile?
Werewolves, where were you? In the Goblin Rebellion of 1752?
And by the end of it, the Minister for Magic was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, what fun! I won't say my goodbyes. I shall cheer for the boy who says you're telling lies.
I'm not telling lies, Peeves. It was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't. It was Basil Flack.
Oh, fight! It's a bold attack. Was the Minister a boot or the Minister a flack?
Stop it, Peeves. You'll get us in trouble.
In trouble you will be, but you can't give Peeves a smack. She says it's a boot and he says it's a flack.
Peeves, enough. You'll get us all detention. And you're both wrong anyway. It was Hephaestus Gore.
It wasn't Boots and it wasn't Flack, but you're all in trouble with Professor Black.
Mama, e încă una din asta. Ok, nu mă leg acum de uși de-astea. Ce caragios arată. Nu știu cum să deschid un chest din ăla.
that all you've got? Fine.
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces in your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Uite-l-ai pe Arthur acolo, ăla de era cu mâța pierdută. De unde încep? De jos?
Levioso.
Now, let's try something a little larger.
Oh. De la o pană la un manechin de ăsta, nici nu știu cum să-i zic. Ceva stand cu armură și scut.
Let us begin with a basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast?
Da.
This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember? Good. Well done. Very good, but the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
This should be easy. Protego complicates things. This can't be your first duel.
All my students would have said, I do enjoy a lively duel.
Am făcut să pice de pe masă.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Hufflepuff.
Thank you, Professor
Yay.
Hecat.
Dar nu știu câte
Glad
puncte
to
ne-a
have the
dat.
opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen
Putem
today is
câștiga
any
cupa casei doar la
indication,
sfârșit
we
de
can
an?
expect great
Sau nu ajungem
things
până
from you.
acolo?
I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments.
Asta a fost tot.
All right, that's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
No. No, chiar atât. De la pisau gata.
If you know the right spells, it's dark wizards that'll fear you, not the other way around.
I'd hate to face Professor Hecat in a duel.
Huh. Always thought Levioso was for first years. Not anymore.
Oh, I'm not much for dueling. I prefer to keep things friendly.
N-au povești așa interesante ăștia.
You drilled Sebastian. He's strong competition. Well done.
Asta e cea cu unchiul, da. Na, să te auzim.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
I've dueled enough. Consider yourself lucky I held back.
Aoleu, ce răspuns.
Fair enough. You owe me an honest duel when you aren't. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance, if you're interested. Till next time.
Ok, și acum misiuni principale, ceva mai avem sau? Cred că n-ar strica să încerc să deblochez cât mai multe locații din astea.
No better feeling than plunging.
This cannot possibly be as difficult as it seems.
Unless you accidentally uprooted baby.
Hello, Lenora. What are you looking at? Everyone thinks I'm utterly balmy. Samantha thinks I'm potty. But it's this painting. I never noticed it before. If I know Hogwarts, and I do, an empty frame doesn't appear for no reason. There's something more to this. Have you gained any insights about the painting since you've been studying it? I did discover that casting Lumos has an effect of some kind. But I'm not sure what to do next. If I have the time, I may look. Could be intriguing. I've been racking my brains long enough. I hope you'll have better luck than I have. Lumos. Do come and find me if you stumble on something. That spot must be a clue. I should look around in case it's nearby.
Deci scări și statuia aia. Stai, de care tip de scări erau? De alea drepte. Pot prinde paginile alea? Aoleu, iară ușă din aia.
This looks like the location from the painting. What could be so special about it? Lumos.
Off on another adventure, are we?
I think there were doxy eggs as well. But surely those were curdle.
Că ar trebui să fac dacă sunt aici. Adică văd...
Lumos. Let's get you back to your frame, little moth. I knew there was a connection. I should tell Amora that I solved the puzzle of that empty frame.
Super. Și unde s-a dus?
Lenora, I solved the mystery of that painting. You did? How? I found the location depicted in the painting, and then I cast Lumos to guide a moth back to the frame. All very logical, I suppose. Pity I was so close to solving it. You have a knack for solving riddles. Natty's good at that too. So is Meat, although he does tend to over-explain. Well, I'm glad someone figured it out. The moth! I should have seen that.
I should like to retire to a small hamlet when I'm older.
Seems rather dull.
I adore the hamlets near the coast. They're a bit dull.
O să încerc așa să văd dacă până la urmă se deschide sau dacă nici ăsta din stânga nu l-am pus bine.
Myself than have to explain reasons.
Professor Weasley is easily. I was worried transfiguration.
Transfiguration requires such Mother was furious when she set the table in the hall.
Îmi place cum dar au discuțiile ălora cât timp trec pe lângă ei. Extraordinar. Cu siguranță.
I'll trade you a spoon's worth of flubberworm mucus for a pufferball.
Ah, se începe de la 0. Ah, ok. De adunat știam că se adună, dar nu știam că începe de la 0. Nu știam ce luminează aici. Bun. Cred că e tot ce puteam lua de aici. Cel puțin în momentul ăsta. Că nu știu ce cu lumina ocazională de aici. Vreau să mă duc înapoi, că acum o să pot să fac și puzzle-ul celălalt. Dar să văd dacă știu să mă întorc. Sau de fapt aș putea doar să mă teleportez. Deci eu sunt... Bun. Era pe stânga sau pe dreapta? Și se va deschide. Ce fericire! Bun. Altceva? Era și aici, cumva? Sau nu, cred că în partea cealaltă era.
To finally have an answer as to why that portrait was empty.
Oh dear, I shall get in trouble for this.
Is everything all right?
Oh, hello. Thank you for asking. I'm Cressida, by the way, and I'm afraid everything's not all right. I may be in a spot of trouble with the librarian. You see, I'm fond of creating my own charms. Thought I'd perfected my light as a feather charm to use on my library books. My arms get so tired carrying them around all day. But I must have confused the Latin word for feather with bird in my incantation, because when I opened my bag just now in the library, they literally took flight.
Ah, deci de-aia zboară cărți. Mhm.
That sounds brilliant, actually.
Thank you. Somehow I don't think the librarian will see it that way. I collect the books and remove the charm myself, except this isn't the first time one of my charms has threatened the peace of the library. Our meet told Madame Scribner they were my books flying around, so she said that if I caused her any more trouble, she'd write to my parents. Perhaps you could get them for me. There are only 5. She won't be suspicious of a new student looking around.
I suppose I could help if I have the time.
Oh, I'd very much appreciate it. One of the books is my diary. I'd rather it not fall into the wrong hands. If you could collect them and bring them to me, I can remove the charm.
Facem asta? Sau să nu facem asta? Că nu mai știu unde va să ne întâlnim doamna Weasley. Nu țin minte.
I'm going to have to use Accio to get to those books. Accio! Got it. Only 4 more to go.
Am văzut una. Oh, încă un tablou în stilul ăsta. Fix pe partea cealaltă. Asta de fapt nu. Aba da. Nu mă uitam unde trebuie. Voi mai vedeți cărți zburătoare pe aici?
Nice to see you, my young friend.
This must be Cressida's diary. I'd want this back too if I were her. That's the last book. Now to take them back to Cressida.
Durează ceva să cobor scările alea.
It's a relief to finally have an answer as to why that. Hello, Cressida. I collected your books, including your diary.
Oh, what a relief! Thank you. I'll happily take the heavy lot off your hands now.
Unless you want your classmates to know how you really feel about them, you might reward me for my time.
Oh, you're not at all who I thought you to be.
I wouldn't do that to you, Cressida. Only trying to teach you to be a little more careful.
Well, lesson learned. I certainly won't be practicing any charms in the library again anytime soon. Now, to work out where I went wrong.
Mi-ar fi convenit să ne
Perhaps
dea
I should
totuși
start
ceva.
brushing up on my Latin. Thank goodness some people are trustworthy. Certainly wouldn't want anyone but me reading my diary.
I spent hours.
What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
Oh, excuse, Deke.
Ah, there you are. I trust your first classes went well?
They did,
Excellent.
Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronan. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit before you arrived. I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me. Isn't there?
Nothing more, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a streeler. Regardless, you must continue to build upon what you've learned. In that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
Professor Ronan did mention something about that.
In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside momentarily to assign your first one. Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier, we've
Da.
arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potion recipes, and spellcrafts.
Thank you, Professor.
And Mr. Ollivander will connect you with the perfect wand. You've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand, but you'll find the magic you cast with your own wand to be far superior.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very well. I'd like you to make your first visit to the village with a classmate. Help you get your bearings. Perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai Onai. I've noticed you spending time with them.
I'd like to go with Natty.
Excellent choice. Miss Onai is one of our most talented students. And she knows the area. She'll keep you well clear of any of Victor Rookwood's undesirables en route.
Rookwood?
A rather unsavory local. Best to avoid him and his associates, including his right hand of sorts, Theophilus Harlow, if you can. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend will meet you at the castle doors. No time to waste. The sooner you complete your work, the sooner you can enjoy a butterbeer at the Three Broomsticks.
Deci trebuie prima dată să gata alea. Fantastic. Ce vrea să fac?
Ah, there you are.
You have a new spell to teach me, Professor?
Indeed I do, and an exceedingly useful one at that, the mending charm Reparo. Fixes things right up, makes a broken object good as new in the blink of an eye.
It seems as if that might come in handy.
More frequently than one would imagine. As Professor Weasley mentioned, I am not the only one who will be teaching you spells outside of class in an effort to catch you up with your peers. A number of your professors have agreed to do so as well, but first, each shall ask that you complete a few preliminary tasks to hone your magic. I have arranged some for today. See them through and then report back to me. We will have you casting Reparo in no time.
I'll start on the task right away, Professor. This is the right area. I wonder where the flying page is. Got it. A flying page must be around here somewhere. Brilliant!
Așa distractiv să stau să prind cărți.
I trust the preliminary task.
I completed the assignments, Professor.
Marvelous. You clearly know your way around basic charms. Let us give the old mending charm a try then, shall we? Remember to be deliberate in your enunciation and movements. I want to see some vigor. Now, wand at the ready.
Yes, sir.
Remember, your wand is a conduit of your magic. That's it! Very good. If you would like to practice mending something, have a go with that broken statue in the alcove by the water. It allegedly symbolized heartbreak. Perhaps a jilted lover thought it too accurate and lashed out.
Acum pot să plec, să-mi iau baghetă.
It's a relief.
Hello, looking for me?
Natty, I hope I haven't kept you waiting long.
Not at all. Professor Weasley tells me that you need to go to Hogsmeade. You must be eager to have your own things again. And to see the village.
I've been looking forward to it.
Good. Shall we set off? I intend to give you a first-rate Hogsmeade experience.
No, hai la drum.
I was glad Professor Weasley asked me to accompany you.
Really?
Yes, I had planned to extend an invitation to you myself. I thought you might enjoy a butterbeer in the village. The timing of Professor Weasley's owl was perfect.
Merem pe jos.
I cannot tell you how nice it is to breathe fresh air after being cooped up in ancient rooms. Grave mistake to take it as an elective class, believe me.
I believe you.
Though I suppose you would not really call it elective when your mother was the one who elected that you take it. Hogsmeade is beautiful this time of year. Everyone will tell you to visit at Christmas, but that's one of the few times of year I would rather be indoors.
Not much for the cold, are you?
Oh, I do not mind the cold so much, but it has taken some getting used to. I did not grow up around snow. Oh, wait, over here. I often spot lacewing flies in this area.
Oh? What's so special about them?
They are interesting to look at, but if you stew them, you can also use them in potion making.
Bine de știut. O să ajung să colectez absolut tot ce văd pe drum.
Look, from the Forbidden Forest. Hippogriffs. I wonder if something startled them. I heard rumors that hippogriffs had been spotted nearby.
Do you think Poppy's already seen the hippogriffs?
Absolutely.
Likely already named them.
That's the Forbidden Forest on the left. It's off limits to students, as the name implies.
Why is it off limits?
The professors claim it is too dangerous. I think that calling it forbidden only makes it more alluring. Ah, there's Hogsmeade over the crest. Past that ruin.
Nu e așa departe. Nu știu de ce alergăm până acolo.
I would spend all of my time exploring if I could.
I confess, I was surprised when Professor Weasley mentioned that you knew the area, since you're relatively new here.
She said that? She knows more about me than I had thought. I will say, while I certainly learn a great deal in class, much can be gleaned outside of the castle walls. How are you settling in? I remember the weeks that followed my arrival feeling quite strange. Everything was so new and unfamiliar.
I'm getting used to things. What about you? Do you find you feel settled?
I still miss my homeland, but it is beautiful here too. And getting out of the castle and exploring helped me to adjust quite a bit. Hogwarts has become something of a home now, I would say. Hopefully it will for you too.
Our dorm's atrocious. I do wish people would clean up after themselves once in a while. A Bunderman destroyed my homework last night. And it was potions.
I miss having my own bedroom.
Mr. Moon! He is the Hogwarts caretaker. Looks a bit worse for wear. Hello, Mr. Moon. Have you met our new fifth year?
Pleasure. You might want to turn back, Miss Onai. Turn and run.
Is everything all right, sir?
Oh, it looked right at me. Eyes big as saucers.
What did Mr. Moon?
Jemmy guys. Ugly and airy and terrifying. I shall be at the castle where it's safe. Good luck to both of you.
Poor Mr. Moon, a demiguise. I think he had too much fun in the village. I will say that I have never seen him in such a state. Nearly there. There is much to see outside of the castle walls, not just Hogsmeade. I am happy to explore whenever you'd like. Rumors being what they are about goblins and such, it might be nice to have a friend with you.
I'll keep that in mind, Natty. Thank you.
And here we are. It is hard to know where to start. The Three Broomsticks is the place for butterbeer. And you can get any sweet you can imagine at Honeydukes. I could not choose a favorite shop here. It changes with every visit. I can tell you that you are certain to find everything you need in Hogsmeade. Professor Weasley said that you need to get potion recipes, spellcrafts, some seeds, and
O baghetă.
a new wand. Of course, you will enjoy Mr. Ollivander, and I am keen to see what you will do with a wand of your own. You should be able to collect everything you need and still have time to explore a little as well. Experience Hogsmeade at your own pace. We can meet up in the town circle when you are finished. Enjoy yourself. I will see you soon.
Blooming beard. Not again.
Moment emoționant.
I'll be right with... Ah, it's you. Just a moment, please.
Hello, sir. I'm looking for...
For a new wand, yes. It's about time.
Yes, about time.
Well, you're our new fifth-year student, are you not? Oh, what am I saying? Of course you are. Gerbold Ollivander's the name. But of course, you'll have heard of the Ollivanders, I'm sure. Finest wand makers in the world. It's a pleasure to meet you, truly. Now, come with me. Let's find you the perfect wand, shall we? No, not you. Yes. Powerful core. 10.5 inches. You might do. Here, give this one a try.
Nu cred că o să fie asta. Sunt curioasă ce o să spargem. Ah.
How odd. Once more, come on, really swish it. Oh dear. Well, this isn't a good match at all, is it? We'll find you something, not to worry. No, not you. Perhaps. Yes. A rare wood, 13 3/4 inches, dragon heartstring. Let's give this one a try. Oh, goodness. Looks like it's back to the shelf for you. This is proving to be trickier than I had anticipated. How perplexing. Where are you? Perhaps you? There you are. Yes, I think you might be the one. Here, take it.
Aștept să văd lumina. Pot să-mi aleg eu? Ia.
How intriguing.
Curious indeed.
How intriguing.
Curious indeed.
intriguing. Curious indeed. How intriguing.
Nu cred că contează atât de mult astea, nu?
Curious indeed.
Ia, stați o țără, vreau să mă uit la ceva. Între timp...
How intriguing.
Așa... Mă uit ce baghetă primisem atunci când făcusem testul ăla.
Curious indeed.
Asta a fost. Da. Așa pare a fi.
How intriguing.
Da, extraordinar. De ce mă lasă să o cumpăr? N-am selectat ceva?
A dragon heartstring wand is most powerful and learns quickly. Curious indeed. How intriguing.
Ah, trebuia să țin apăsat.
What do you think? Extraordinary. Another wand, another beginning of a bright and magical future. Now, how did that feel?
Good. Different. I sensed a sort of surge of some kind.
A match. Your connection seemed particularly powerful. The right wand will learn from you, just as you learn from it.
I'm eager to try it out.
I would imagine so. A wand with a dragon heartstring core is capable of dazzling magic. And the bond between you and your wand should only grow stronger. Do not be surprised at your new wand's ability to perceive your intentions, particularly in a moment of need.
That sounds wonderful, Mr. Ollivander.
I'll let you get to it. Do come and see me again if ever I can be of further assistance.
Da, a fost foarte frumos. A început ploaia. Serios? Bun. De aici, de unde ies? De unde ies dacă vreau să ies?
Revelio.
Da. Păi, eu vă urez noapte bună, weekend plăcut în continuare și de săptămâna viitoare ar trebui să revin cu un program săptămânal mai clar. O să fie live stream-uri cu jocul ăsta și cu încă un joc. O să le alternez, oricum o să vedeți, cred că mâine îl voi posta pe comunitate și vedem cum o să decurgă totul. Nu știu exact dacă o să mă joc și în afara live-urilor Hogwarts Legacy, probabil o să fie necesar, dar dacă e să fac asta, o să explorez numai și o să mă țin departe de povestea principală, pentru că pe aceea aș vrea să o fac alături de voi. Da, foarte bine. Mi-a plăcut ce am văzut și îs destul de curioasă să văd ce se întâmplă până în final.